Okay, so it's been exactly 1,369 days since I started growing my hair and actually started my natural hair journey. And I've definitely learned a couple of things on the way. So I decided that I'm gonna go ahead and share some tips and tricks that I've learned along the way that I think would be helpful, especially if you're just starting off. So make sure that you know all of these tips so that you don't make any mistakes. Since I already know that you're gonna love this video and find it helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can stay tuned. So I started growing my hair a cool while ago and the journey has been pretty good. But there's definitely some things that I wish that I would have known like way earlier on. If you don't know, this isn't my first time growing my hair. I've done it before, again and again and again. This is my first time getting it right and I haven't had to cut it since. But there definitely is a couple of things that I think would have been helpful to know earlier on. And the first one is fairly obvious, and that's hair can be expensive and extremely tedious. What I mean by this when I say expensive is it's not necessarily that your hair is expensive, but everything that revolves around it gets expensive. As you get better and better, you start to use more premium products, you start to take better care of your hair, you start to get your hair braided more often, you're gonna need things like trims, protein treatments, steam treatments, the whole shebang. And as you grow and care more and more for your hair, you're gonna feel more inclined to do these things for it. And all of these things have their own specific benefits, but of course, it's not cheap. So I know there's a lot of young people out there that wanna grow their hair and get their hair as long as possible. You might wanna put your hair in a certain style, protective style, you might want braids or maybe even locks. But something to keep in mind is that hair is pricey. So if you don't have the funds to take care of it, it's kind of a waste to even start. The next tip that I have for you is that a lot of hair products actually won't work for your hair. And though it's tough to accept, it's true. A lot of hair products that claim to do this or that just probably won't work for your hair. One product might work super well for this person, but then you might try it and it might work out terribly. So whenever it comes to hair products, I recommend instead of spending a bunch of money on a bunch of different hair products and wasting all of that money, simply utilize products that you know are gonna work very well. For example, if you're looking for a good hair conditioner, make sure to use one that's highly recommended that works for the majority of people. Whether your hair is really dry or just a little dry, you want to make sure to use a conditioner that can do it all. Same thing goes with a hair oil. The next tip that I have for you is that not all hair products are good hair products. Whenever I think of a hair product, I think of something that should be natural, something that's going to contain natural ingredients. You know, a lot of fruits and vegetables are really good for your hair, so when you think of a hair product, you want something that contains some of those in them. Companies, to try to make their products last or to make them smell nice, just start adding a bunch of chemicals and unnecessary things that actually have negative effects on your hair. So I highly recommend saving yourself from all of that trouble and just using hair products that are natural, or more so on the natural side. When it comes to growing your hair, you're definitely gonna need a hair oil, a leave-in conditioner, washout conditioner, and shampoo. And it can get hard looking for natural options, but I always recommend you guys the best ones. Wild Growth hair oil is an amazing hair oil that I will always recommend because they just keep it simple. It's a blend of essential oils and nutrients that's all blended together into one bottle, and it's all natural. So that's always great. Next, I recommend one of these two. Melanin Hair Care has a very natural hair conditioner that I recommend because it's thick and will keep your hair conditioned even if it's on the drier side. Ali K Natural as well as Melanin Hair Care are both very good natural brands that are more on the natural side than most of the other hair products that are on the market. So you have a pretty safe bet selecting good hair products from these brands. The next tip that I have for you is to get your hair trimmed frequently. Believe it or not, I tend to have to trim my hair pretty frequently. This is because I get a lot of fairy knots or single strand knots, which is where your hair gets tied together or knotted together and it's literally impossible to take out. The only way to get rid of them is to trim them. So if you don't tend to your hair or get on top of that, then you'll get single strand knots deeper and deeper into your hair, which will make you lose your length significantly. This also falls in the category of other hair damages, like split ends or dead ends. So you want to observe your hair, pay attention, and make sure you're not having any of these damages. And if you are, you want to get your hair trimmed to keep them tamed. The next tip that I have for you is to protect your hair when you sleep. A lot of moisture in your hair can be lost, as well as a lot of damage can be done while you sleep. Imagine washing your hair, hydrating it, deep conditioning it, doing everything just to go to bed, and then whatever side of your hair you slept on to just absorb all of the moisture out of your hair. This is what cotton pillowcases can do, sheets, and other various cloth items. On top of that, a lot of lint can go into your hair, and lint is pretty hard to get out even if you wash it. So to avoid all of this, just wear a do-rag or a bonnet when you go to bed. And if you aren't okay with that, then at least invest in a silk pillowcase. Trust me, by also avoiding hair damage while you sleep, you'll definitely be doing yourself a favor. The last tip that I have for you is to use shampoo with oil. This one's a little weird because I didn't start doing this until pretty recently. Something that I always struggled with was detangling my hair after getting braids, or just detangling your hair in general. If you have longer, kinkier hair like me, then you know the struggle of trying to detangle your hair. I usually always have a rough time detangling my hair, but it gets especially rough right after I take my hair out of braids. But I've recently discovered a gem. This is a marble among marbles, and I highly recommend you try it if you have trouble detangling your hair like me. And that is to mix hair oil with shampoo. Specifically this hair oil. This is the yellow bottle of Wild Growth hair oil. This is actually specifically made to be used with shampoo. Now, I don't know about other hair oils, but this is amazing when it comes to detangling your hair and loosening your hair up. I don't know what it is about this, but it really just helps and works. Shampoo is usually meant to be used for your scalp, but when you mix it with this oil, you can actually use it on your hair. And once I run shampoo through my hair and mix the oil in, I'm literally able to just glide through my hair, and it's super easy to detangle. It literally says anti-grab / glide through handling. And it's honestly like that for real. On top of that, I love the way that my hair feels after using the product. Usually your hair feels all extra dry and like shrunk into your scalp after shampooing your hair. But after I use this, my hair still stays extended and it feels moisturized. Like your hair just feels like it still has moisture in there. Just grab a bottle and mix it with whatever shampoo you plan on using. Trust me, it's a game changer. You can thank me later. But there you have it. That's all the tips that I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit the like button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe and turn on post notifications for more hair related tips, tricks, hacks, and more. And be sure to stick around. Head over to my channel and just scroll through. I can guarantee you'll find another video that interests you. But yeah, that's all the time that I have for you guys today. I'm Kozak, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out.